everyone to the DIDI Project Design Space finals. We're here today for the RAKBANK Challenge. We're going to start off with just a little few intro words from our dean, Hani Asfour, and then we'll begin the competition. Hani, the floor is all yours.
Thank you, Razan, and thank you, Chris and Dana and Anna and Didi, and most importantly, thank you for all the contestants and for the RAKBANK people for providing us with this challenge. I mean, Project Design Space is very important on so many levels, and the most important level is engaging people, young people like the wonderful faces I see on the screen, in understanding that design is actually a process of change and betterment of the human condition. And I hope that from this exercise, you learned a lot of the skills and techniques that designers go through in order to solve a complex problem. So from now on, you are ambassadors for design to let the world know that design is not making things pretty. It's actually making things purposeful and meaningful for everyone. And that design is a creative process that teaches you to think in a new way, that is not just based on numbers and not just based on quantities. It's also focused on the quality of life that it generates for people. And with that, I thank you all for participating and sharing your creativity, your lateral thinking, your wonderful ideas. And I'm looking forward to see what you have produced for the final. I know you are nervous at this point. Just the fact that you made it this far is testament to the amazing work that you have done. So even if you don't win, don't worry. This is, just know that you made it this far, and this is in itself, you know, proof of your crazy ideas. And by crazy, I mean ideas that will make a difference outside the norm. Thank you.
Thank you, Hani. So today's challenge is the RAKBANK Challenge, and our client, RAKBANK, is one of the oldest and most dynamic banks in the UAE. They recently launched Skiply, which is a user-friendly mobile payment service that allows parents to skip the hassle of in-person school payments. So the brief was given to the students to design a physical space and accompanying experience to educate and excite the schools, parents, and students about the benefits of the Skiply app and increase app adoption among parents. Today we have 4 judges, 2 from RAKBANK and 2 from DIDI. From RAKBANK we have Banali Malhotra, who's the Director of Marketing. We also have Mohammed Atashmuddin, he's the Manager of Sponsorship and Activation at RAKBANK. And then we also have from DIDI 2 professors. We have Noureen Khamisani, who is the Lecturer in Fashion Design, and Mirko Daniluzzo, who's the Founding Assistant Professor. And before we start, I will have Chris also explain the judging and all the rules, and then we'll begin. Chris, over to you.
Great, thank you, Razan, and congratulations again to all of you for making it this far. And it's so great to see so many of you here today for this finals competition. So a big congratulations to all of you for making it this far. So I'll just tell you a few words about what we're going to do for the next few hours. We have 10 teams who are competing today, and the presentations will be running back to back. Each presentation has a 10-minute time slot, and we'll watch your 3-minute finals video that you've prepared first. Aisha will be playing that for you, so don't worry, you don't have to do anything. We'll all watch your finals video, and then you'll have a 5-minute session with the judges for questions and answers. And then after that, we'll have 2 minutes to switch to the next team, and then we'll go on with the next team. So that's the flow. After all the presentations, we'll have a 20-minute break. During that time, the judges will go off into a different room and calculate their scores and make a decision about the winning team for middle school and the winning team for the high school category, the junior and the senior division. The judges are looking for 7 different things today, and I'll just mention them briefly, although I know you already know them. They'll be looking at creativity and originality of your solutions. They'll be looking at the impact your solution could have. They'll be looking at the technical and financial feasibility of your solution. They'll be looking at how complete your idea and your prototype are. They'll be looking at how closely you answered the design brief, how relevant your solution is to the design brief. And finally, the quality of your final video, as well as the quality of your presentation and how you present your solution to the judges. So that's the plan, that's the agenda. Again, thank you so much. And I'll hand it back to Razan.
All right, thank you, Chris. So I'm gonna say the order in which the schools will be presenting. So please listen and remember your order. And then we'll also be reminding you in the chat as well. So we have 10 schools today, and this is the order. The first one will be Heartland International School. Then we'll have Institute of Applied Technology Al Ain. Then we'll have Manor Hall International School. Then it's West Green International School, Sharjah. Raffles World Academy. Dubai Scholars Private School. Mayor Private School. Pristine Private School. Dubai Gem Private School. And then lastly but not least, St. Mary's Catholic High School. Alrighty, so that's the flow, and we'll remind you before and after and everything, so don't worry if you forget which sequence you're in. Alrighty, so first off, we have Heartland International School. So if you are participants from that school, please make sure to have your video and microphone on after your video is shown so that you can interact with our judges. Alrighty?
And one more thing, Razan, if I could ask everybody who's not presenting to maybe turn your videos off and your audio on mute. And we can have the team that's presenting with all their videos on. And of course, the judges can keep their videos on when they're. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
This is the Skiply Maze. Navigate through the maze using the app and the QR codes to escape and win prizes. Our solution is entertaining, portable, and suitable for all ages. It is also a race against time, with a maze, escape room, and a life-size board game all in one, making it an engaging yet financially viable experience. Our design is unique and durable, and it incorporates RAKBANK's core values of innovation and sustainability. It includes 3 main physical components: floor tiles, panels, and brackets. Accompanying this is an app that helps players navigate around the maze. Before the players enter the maze, they must download the app. Once inside the maze, they must click on Start Game. When they do this, the timer will start. Players will be given a time limit of 3 minutes so that more people can participate without having to wait for a long time.
On the app, the player will report attendant. The player will scan every QR code they land on using the Skiply Maze app. These codes are placed on the tiles using durable PVC film stickers. They are linked to questions on the benefits of the Skiply app and directions. It will enable them to proceed to the exit of the maze quickly. If the player selects the right answer, then they are given further directions. They may also receive a letter, and if they are able to unjumble the letters to crack the simple mystery word, the player can click the I Know the Answer tab on the app.
In order to win, the player must submit the mystery word and exit the maze within the time limit. The mystery word will be related to Skiply, for example, time saver, stress-free, and so on. The player has 3 chances to guess the word.
At the end of the game, a screen will pop up displaying information on Skiply. We've considered giving rewards such as discounts and vouchers that are available on the Skiply app or Skiply merchandise. We have together to make it sturdier. These brackets will be made from PVC and be placed on the top and bottom of each panel, making it easier to assemble and disassemble. The panels and the tiles of the maze will also share the same visual style as Skiply. These panels will be made from polycarbonate sheets as they are lightweight yet strong and translucent, making the graphics on the panels more appealing. Panels on the exterior of the maze will also have graphics. They will display the Skiply logo or showcase a story that portrays Skiply's benefits to the customers.
The floor of the maze is made up of PVC tiles that interlock with each other, making the tiles sturdier. These are standard tiles that are readily available, which will lower the cost as they don't need to be customized for a design. 64 vinyl stickers will be printed, 30 of which will have a QR code graphic printed on them, and the rest will have the Skiply logo. The stickers will be stuck on top of the tiles and are durable, low cost, and can be easily replaced. However, if perfectly, and we guarantee you that our solution is simply better.
All right, I think the video is over. So judges, on to you.
So, go ahead, Mohammed Benali. Why don't you jump in with your questions for this team?
Yeah, okay. Firstly, I wanted to say it was really nice. So congratulations to the team of Heartland who developed it. It was, it was amazing how you simplified it by making it into a maze. So it's fun and interactive. So I like that part of it that you related to a game. And so that it'll catch the attention of hopefully the kids and the parents as well. The couple of questions, I saw that you had put all the QR codes on the floor. Is there a specific reason why you would put QR codes on the floor?
We wanted the panels to have like Skipley logo and things like that so that it's better advertisement. So that's the reason we put it on the floor. So, and also to know the direction exactly, because if it's on the panels, when you look, you might get confused if that's forward or sideways. So on the floor, you can directly go straight.
So what was the purpose of the QR codes, to give direction, or was it so that you could download the app and play? I mean,
the purpose was to download the app, but the app gives you directions on which way to go in the maze depending on how you answer the questions. But we just felt like the advertisement and the direction was a plus for why we put it on the tiles.
Okay.
I think brilliant concept. Thank you very much. Great thinking. Brings alive the whole crux of the platform very well. I have a question. How did you come up with this idea?
Okay, I'll answer that one. So we got inspiration from the world's largest mobile maze. A few of us went to that, and then we developed it. We looked at the judges' feedback on how to improve material choices, more people in at the same time, and that's how we developed it.
But the idea of the maze was there a process you followed, or it just occurred?
We just thought about engaging experiences for us and how we can apply that to this project.
Excellent. Thank you.
Hi guys, very interesting proposal. Congratulations, first of all. And my question is, how many people can play at the same time in the maze?
So there are 8 exit/entrances, and so we thought we would make 4 people go into the maze at one time. So this is exactly 80 people can participate within 1 hour.
Because it's 3 minutes each for each group.
I see, right. And if they want more information about the app, is there something else, let's say, to provide other infos?
Pardon? I couldn't hear.
Sorry, no, I'm saying that, okay, basically the booth is a game, no? So they have to play to know something more about the app. But is there something else, let's say, or to describe the app, or is the game itself and that's it? It's fine. Eh?
So at the end of the game, yes, it will give you information on Skiply, and that will be the solution to all the questions. And also, we thought on the outside of the maze, on the panels, a story about the benefits of Skiply could be printed. Just more.
So then, while people are waiting to go in the maze, they can be entertained at the same time by reading the stories.
Oh, I see. Okay, thank you, Gautam.
Sorry, one question, please, related topic of what Mirko was asking. What is the area that you think you would need to set this up?
Karthika, you can go ahead.
Okay, we were thinking 4 meters by 4 meters and 2 meters tall. But the things we used are like, it can be easily disassembled, so there wouldn't be a problem with moving it from one area to another.
Okay, thank you.
And what was your thinking when you were designing the colors or choosing colors?
So we downloaded the Skiply app, and we've seen all the colors on there's like the home screen and all that, and we used those colors, the Skiply main colors, for the panel design.
Nice.
Noreen, did you have any questions for this team?
No, I think it was a really strong and very clear presentation, and I had a few questions, but they've all been asked and answered, so.
All right, cool. So any more questions, judges? We have time for one more. If anyone has any last question. No? Alrighty. Thank you, Heartland School.
Thank you.
Next up, we have Institute of Applied Technology Al Ain, and we'll be playing the video first, and then the judges will ask their questions.
This is our project. It is a booth which is made to look like a bus for it to indicate to people around it that it contains school-related stuff. The size is 3 to 4, and it contains lots of features such as the disco floor, the mannequin sitting area, the kids drawing area, the big Skiply sign, the small bus, the iPads with the screens, and the driver stand with the photo booth area and the storage area. Our first feature is the disco floor. The disco floor contains a Skiply sign on it with 2 colors, purple and white. And alongside that, we came up with ideas, for the idea being that the disc floor contains sensors which allows it to light up every time it is stepped on the small bus, for it to step on the floor and light it up. The second idea being that the disco floor is without a sensor and it lights up on its own. There are a couple of reasons for the disco floor to be applied to our prototype or our project, because the disco floor could be used to light up the place, to grab attention and to give life to the project. Our second feature being the photo booth on the front side of the bus. It will have the shape of it or a picture of a driver on one of its sides to pose with. It could help us with making people like and enjoy their stay at our booth. We also have a storage area at the front side of the booth. It is there to help to place all of the small materials such as the iPads, the screens, even sometimes the mannequins and the kids drawing things. Keep them in there while they are moving the booth. It could be opened from the cover. You can move it from here. And in that empty place, we will be adding all these fragile, small. Another important feature of our booth is the mannequin sitting area. It indicates the meaning of the whole Skiply app, which is not sitting and waiting. It tells people you won't be like these mannequins sitting and waiting for your turn. It consists of mannequins and chairs. And besides it, we have the kids drawing area. It is there to keep the kids busy if they weren't playing on the disco floor or taking photos in the photo booth. It has some drawing materials like paper, colors, and pencils where they can draw things they like in school. We have an area where some iPads and screens are placed. They are there to help people use Skiply and explain its features and how to log into it. We also have a screen on the back side of the booth for it to grab the attention of people and tell them that this booth is related to Skiply. We have a driver stand. It is almost like a mannequin and it has some flyers in its stomach. related to Skiply. And another thing we have is the Skiply sign. It is a big Skiply sign that is there for two reasons. One is for it to attract the attention of people passing by, and the second one is for kids to draw some finish drawing on drawing area. For us to move the booth, we actually break it into three parts, or divide it into three parts. The first part being the front side, which is this one and this one together. And the second part is the middle part, or the area which contains the mannequin sitting area, which is this one. And all it's inside except the small pieces. And the last piece we will move is the disco floor. This way we will move it all separately, and all the other things inside, whether it's the iPad, the small car, or all of these will be inside the storage area.
All right, judges.
What was the name of the school again, please?
It is the Institute of Applied Technology Al Ain. It's the Butterflies team.
Okay. So can the participant just take us through their journey of on how they planned and how they executed? Just give us a little brief.
I mean, I would like to give out the process, or our process, and how we came up with this idea. First off, we decided on searching on how or what the Skiply app is related to. And the first thought that came to mind was school, since it is there to help parents pay for their students' school fees. So we decided to search for something that indicates school. Even if you saw it from afar, you can tell, oh, this thing is related to school. So we thought of the school bus. The yellow school bus is a significant part or a symbol of the school that almost everyone knows about. So that's how we decided on choosing the outcore or the exterior walls of our project. And the other parts, which are the insides, we decided on adding a few things, first off, to grab the attention of people and get them to attract them and come to this place before they get into Skiply. They should first feel attracted into it. So we placed a few things like the big Skiply sign, the one you saw in the video. It is there, it's big and it can literally speaks Skiply. And the disco floor, it lights up and it could grab the kids' attention and the parents or adults. I mean, everyone, if you saw something lighting, wouldn't you just go and check what it is? So you kind of just place these things for it to grab the attention. And we came up with the mannequin sitting area. The mannequin sitting area is there for it to indicate to people that this project or this app, Skiply, will allow you to skip the time you're wasting. We wanted to indicate both the meaning we wanted to indicate the meaning of Skiply, and we wanted to grab the attention of people and have them enjoy this booth. I guess that's what it is.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, a simple one. I saw that you captured a great details in the design. So firstly, the design was amazing, 3D design. I think you've gone to great extent to develop that. So thanks for that. In terms of the detailing, you mentioned storage area and you mentioned first part, this part and that part, and the front photography. The booth comes off, and so it's brilliant thinking. How did you come up with these details? Or did you research? Did you speak to people? What was the?
I mean, we did lots of things. We first off searched about how booths look like in general, and we decided to look for some other stuff that's like storage areas, how to keep them, and how to be creative. And we also asked for our colleagues' ideas and the members of this group, we all thought of it and came up with ideas. And the first thing, every time we give an idea, we ask ourselves, how do we move it? And how do we place it? And why is it there? We kind of tried to be as detailed as possible for our ideas to reach precisely to the judge and for them to get this, the specific idea. I guess that's how we came up with it.
Okay, brilliant. And do you see this? How do you see this installation being moved? The practicality of moving it to multiple locations. Was there any thought on that?
Yes. We first off, in our first design, we actually thought of the wheels moving, but then we were told by the judge about how it is better to not use it as that way, but move it in a different way. So we thought of it as breaking the pieces of the booth and placing them in a place, breaking them and moving them separately one by one. I think that would make it both easier and it could be easily brought together, since the pieces are not that complicated if you think about it. They're straight lines.
Super. Thank you.
Yeah. Building on that question, actually, what I understood is that you have three components now that is generating the booth. Two for the bus and one for the floor, right? And what's the size of the area that is occupied by the booth itself?
I think. Go ahead.
The size that we thought about is 3 by 4 because we don't want it to be a huge place. This is big. Yeah.
Okay. Thank you.
Judges, any more questions? We have space for one more. Nooreen, any questions?
Hello. No, I don't really have any questions. I thought the presentation was really clear, and but I think what's really nice is seeing how much it's evolved since the last presentation. And I'm glad that the disco floor is still there because that was like my favorite thing. So I'm glad that you also evolved that disco floor, which I thought was cool.
All righty. Thank you, girls. Next up, we have Manor Hall International School.
RAKBANK dear judges, I'm Jenna. We saw your response video and we took your advice, and this is what we came up with.
Hello RAKBANK and DIDI judges. I'm Jude here with you today to talk about the Kahoot quiz that we created and the animation video. Let's start off with the Kahoot game. So the Kahoot game basically informs you about RAKBANK and like all of its features, and like if it's like a true or false question, they can like take a quiz about RAKBANK and Skiply app. And the animation video is basically a skit of a mom and daughter going to the bank, and like they get happy because there is like online banking. And yeah, I'm not gonna spoil it for you because I want. So yeah, that's all I'm gonna be talking about today.
Hello RAKBANK and DIDI judges. I'm Nora and I'm going to be showing you our Kahoot game. Before you start playing the game and answering the questions, you will have some time to look at our last video on DIDI and listen closely to know the answers to the questions in the Kahoot game. After you finish watching the video, you're going to enter the code and place a nickname. After you're in, you're going to have 10 seconds to answer each question. There are also different ways you can answer the questions. So I'd like to give a few examples. So the first one over here is true or false. The second one is multiple choice and no or yes. Download Skiply, available on iOS and Android.
You okay?
Hello. Before you go to get your money, can I interest you in something? Skiply app is an easier way to pay for things using a mobile. It is powered by RAKBANK. You can pay for your child's school online.
Yay! I don't need to leave the house to pay school fees!
We will remember to use it.
All right, judges, over to you.
Okay, so there's a lot of creativity here, but what I couldn't see, which is the physical space that you guys have designed. So that you're promoting. So I can see that there's a film, but the space, is there a design for the space, or where is the Kahoot game happening? Can you just take me through what you're thinking on this was?
Hello. We thought of a digital thing since we couldn't leave our homes because of Corona. So we thought of making something digital. Kahoot is a website. So we thought about making a quiz for this video. And we made a video.
So you're saying you took it online as a quiz that people would play, and then you would spread awareness through the online game.
Yes.
Okay.
Do you think what do you think is the popularity of Kahoot in this region? Because your entire the solution is based on the game. Did you also explore any other platforms while before arriving at Kahoot?
First, you watch a video that we created, and when you go to Kahoot, there's another video, but it's already there. You watch it. You watch 2 videos, and then there's a quiz where you have to answer the quiz. You made the quiz, and then if you get high score, you
win. Okay. Did you also think of having this installed in a mall or in a physical space, the same setup? Was there any thoughts on that?
Yes. Before the first video that we made, we were actually going to make it in RAKBANK, but we thought, since right now, when you guys gave us your feedback, we thought about making it as a digital thing.
Okay, thank you.
Hello. One thing about the how do you think to promote the quiz? I mean, to actually do the job. I mean, to promote the app. So how to connect the two things? You know what I mean? So the question is this. So you have a quiz that works online to promote the app, right? Hello? Can you hear me?
We decided to make a digital solution where we can entertain and educate little kids and not grown-ups on the Skiply app, and we show benefits of how it can teach you, and you don't have to go out to
pay school fees, because we have this pandemic right now and we can't really leave the house only for necessary things. And we want to show that Skiply app can help you with things, and you can use the app to do things, not only that you would do outside, but you can do them throughout this pandemic. And we wanted to do that, and we want to show that in the anime and the Kahoot game.
Okay, is it the anime also part of the promotional tools? No, to okay.
Because it's showing you a little skit of what could happen, and you don't have to leave the house to pay.
Yes, and is it an advertisement that you can spend in the website or?
Yeah, for Kahoot.
Okay, clear. Thank you.
I have to say, I like the animation film very much, I have to say. Yes, the question is, how are you going to promote it to get more traffic onto your website or to your Kahoot game? But it was nicely done. The animation was nicely done.
Thank you. We're showing how we can go through this pandemic with doing things we do, with like doing things digitally and on the app. And you don't have to leave the house to do things, because we can do it on Skiply app, and it's beneficial.
But so this will only attract the kids, but what about the parents? What was the thinking there? Was there any thinking? Because the brief you had to attract both sets, the parents and the kids.
Well, the parents, they don't have to like leave the house and waste gas on unnecessary things, because you can do it on your mobile.
No, how are you going to attract the parents? I understand how it's beneficial to parents, but how are you going to attract them? Because they're I'm assuming are not playing Kahoot games. So where would you create the awareness for the parents?
Kahoot is not necessarily a game. It's more of like a thing where you can use to make quizzes. So parents can also use it.
And they also use online banking for the parents.
Mm-hmm. All right, thank you.
Any last question, judges? All righty. Thank you so much, Manor Hall International School. Just as a reminder, everyone, please have your videos and microphones off if it's not your turn. All righty. So next up, we have West Green International School, Sharjah.
Hello everyone. First of all, hope everyone is doing well. Thank you for providing us with the feedback for our video. It has helped us so much in order to improve our model. So this model now consists of a robot, a TV screen, an information desk, an iPad, a token machine, and a seating area with charging station. The model has been designed in order to keep everything portable.
We have a similar background to the theme of the app. We also have LED screens that continuously display introductional videos to give the parents an idea of how easy and convenient this app is. We have also attached sanitizers in order to maintain cleanliness.
On this wall, we have a wallpaper that we designed using SketchUp software. We have also given the slogan, "Payments made easy, cashless and weightless."
Based on the suggestions, we have redesigned the robot and customized it with the colors of the Skiply app. It is now a movable robot, which has sensors in order to prevent it from hitting objects. We have attached a tablet in which a question is asked by the parent, and then the robot can come to that place near the tablet and answer the question. It can also have a referral code which can help increase app adoption among parents. The robot should have a code system so that only parents can use them, a code like the parent ID, or else students will mess with it. The robot can also print out vouchers, fee receipts after they pay.
Seating area. Over here we designed a seating area which customers can relax while they're waiting for their turn. There are charging stations available along with RAKBANK vouchers like credit cards on the table.
And on the left side, we have kept a token machine in order to prevent issues over the line for meeting the robot, and the desk will have features such as allowing the customers to review their experience and suggest things they would like next time they visit again.
The reason we include two plants and a wooden curved roof is so that we can balance the technology with the nature, so the room can have a neutral feeling.
Arshia, Nadir and me are confident that we have to win because we have designed a physical space focusing on customer experience that educate and excite schools, parents and students about the benefits of the Skiply app, and we are sure it will help increase app adoption among parents.
Thanks for watching.
All righty.
Very futuristic thinking with robots. Very nice. Congratulations. That was very interesting. Just want to understand what you're thinking on getting this little robot. What is the primary function of the robot? What was it supposed to do?
So basically, the reason we've included the robot is to, just gather attention from parents and kids and students and stuff towards the robot, so that when they use a tablet to call in the robot and the robot will come towards the tablet, and then on the tablet they will have a selection of languages, as we've shown in our past video. They'll have a selection of languages that are mostly common and used in the UAE. And when they select the language, there will be frequently asked questions on the tablet which they can choose, and then the robot will tell them how to use the app according to what the question was asked.
Not only it will basically tell how to use the app, it will also basically answer the questions which sometimes the parents can also type in the question. And there are also like a list of frequent questions asked, so the most popular questions. The robot will be able to answer those questions.
So how expensive do you think a robot to place a robot here is? Did you do any research on what kind of robot you'll need, or how viable is it actually to do it?
There is many robots from different companies, and we've seen it happen in other banks in the UAE. In the bank places, they have also, such as NBD, they have a robot as well. We've took inspiration from that as well, and other companies such as Honda with their robot they've created. But yeah, basically that's where we took inspiration from, and yeah, basically that's it.
Okay, thank you.
I must compliment you for the amount of research and the in-depth knowledge you have. Very well done. I think yes, MSNBD. I mean the one robot that is the most popular and has worked very well is called Pepper, which is what most banks use. So great job. While using robot is great for attracting attracting attention to a physical space in a crowded environment. If the objective is to download the app, how exactly is that, or how exactly do you think that is being achieved in your entire setup?
So basically, on the TV screen, there's a TV screen on one of the walls. That TV screen will be particularly used for showing on how to download the app, how to create an account and sign in or log in. So that will be played continuously. There will be breaks in between, and then it will start playing the same thing. So it will basically show the parents on how to do it, and we have kept it like at a size where everyone can see it. So not like one of those small TV or iPads. So we have kept a big TV screen so that pretty much like everyone can see it.
Yes, I just want to add on that as well. For, as you said, for the downloads, basically, what we're gonna do is we hope there will be is basically there will be codes for the parents to share. So basically, if the parents shared the code with another parent, for example, that parent would use the code, see the benefits of using that code, they would get an offer, and the reason the parent would share that code in the first place is because they would get an offer themselves, while the other person they're sending the code as well to, the personal code, it will give them offers as well. So yeah, basically the parent would see that there's benefits to using the Skiply app and download the Skiply app and then have a personal code of themselves, and then it will double. They send it to other people, more people, maybe 4, maybe 3, it doesn't matter, and then it would just keep doubling.
So you could basically, like you basically get vouchers, maybe offers for other restaurants, maybe like other restaurants. So that will also increase, like many people will begin to know about the app as it spreads around. So basically one person gets it, he gets a code, he passes it on to someone else, they get the code and they also get an offer. So it has a sequence, like it attracts people more.
Yeah, it increases the app adoption among parents.
So how easy was it to learn SketchUp?
So for us, like it took us 2 weeks. We started studying on how to use the app. We went to researching on how to use the app. We took help from our parents. And then in order to build the model, it took us about 2 weeks, 2 to 3 weeks total.
Excellent. One last one from my side, because you are a very well-researched team. You mentioned customer experience. I just want to understand what does it mean for you?
Yeah, basically by customer experience. So the tablet we have included there on the left side, that one as well. So the parents, when they're done with their experience there, they can basically, they're at the end of getting, for example, a ticket or to go to the desk or to use the robot or something. The tablet will ask them to include it will basically tell them like how much do you rate your experience, what would you like to see next time, what didn't you like, and stuff like this.
Like feedback.
Feedback, yes.
Thank you. Good job.
Mirko, do you have any questions for the group?
Yeah, I have one question, because I would like to understand better the difference between the tablet and there is another totem with a screen on the left of the room. Can you highlight the differences between these two devices and why they're placed in different positions and so on?
So basically, the tablet we attach there helps people. So no, first let's start with the token. The token, once you take a token, it's like in every place there's a number. So in order not to create a huge fuss over the robot and asking a question, we made a token machine where people get a token and stand in an order. And if they don't want to stand, they can sit down in the seating area we made. There are magazines which they can read over. So then they go to the tablet, and that's when they get the opportunity to first select the language, then ask the question. The robot would come up to them and then answer the question and then go back to its place. And the robot has like a specific place which it can't go beyond. So there's like a specific place, and then after the question is asked, the robot will after the robot answers, the person will be asked about the customer experience, and you could rate how much it was. As Asha said, then he will ask you what would you like in the next what would you like in the next visit, and what did you not like,
so we can improve what we've made. Yes.
Okay, thank you very much.
All right, Noreen, do you have any last question before we close this groups?
No, again, I think it was a really clear presentation, and you've answered all the questions really, really well. And yeah, I was very pleased to see the progress that you've made since the last prototype. I can see it's evolved a lot.
All right, thank you, everyone. This was West Green International School. So this ends the middle school portion of our competition. So we're now moving on to the high school groups. Next up, we have Raffles World Academy.
Hello and welcome to our video. This video is made by Team Racks of Money. This is our prototype for the website. These are the pictures of us working on the project. Our video starts off with the camera showing a bunch of arrows on the floor. These arrows will guide the person to the RAKBANK kiosk that will use the Skeply app, and it will also have pointers written on. Using the Skeply app is very helpful because using the Skeply app also allows you instant access to your bank account. The Skeply app is very safe, it is very secure, and it's also very fast to use. So it's overall really good. We have a banner on top of our kiosk to show people that this is affiliated by the RAKBANK and that this is fully legit, and also to attract the people. The cameras you can see on the devices aren't just any ordinary cameras. These are very special cameras that are used for facial recognition, so most of your transactions on the Skeply app, on the kiosk, can be completely hand-free. We like the transactions to be hand-free, so it will prevent the spread of the coronavirus. Now, as you step back, you can also see that there are many arrows on the floor that will guide you towards the kiosk. And you can also see how attractive the kiosk looks. All the very bright and vibrant colors are calling for attention. You can All you have to do is download the app, sign up, and add your credit. Now, getting the Skeply app, very easy thing to do. All you have to do is log on to your app store or the Play Store, depending on your device, and you have to download the app. It'll take a little while, but it's worth the effort. To pay your child's fees using the Skeply app, all you have to do after you download it is find your school, and then you can pay it with your credit cards. We have also added lights on top of our kiosk to get more attention by people. Our kiosks are set up in green and red colors. These colors are more likely to get attention by people, attracting them. Our kiosk can also allow 4 transactions at the same time, as it has 4 different screens. Now, due to the ongoing coronavirus pandemic, we will also have thermometers stationed across the kiosk, where they will automatically use the kiosk, or if they need to take some type of precautionary measures. As there are a lot of migrants in the UAE, we will also have an option to choose languages. Overall, the model has been improved from the last time, as we have found more ways to attract people to the kiosk, and we have also taken consideration of the current global pandemic and helping people be safe while still carrying on with their transactions.
All right, thank you, Raffles. Judges, it's your turn now. Danali, you want to start?
Sure. Your kiosk showed many screens inside each section. What is the plan to what's going to be playing on those screens?
So at the start, there would be a kind of a tutorial or something which is going to be playing on that to show the users how the Skeply app is and its benefits. It will just keep playing on and on the screen.
So you've got multiple screens and you've split the people coming in from different sections with a different screen each. Is that what the idea was?
So we basically have 4 kiosks in this kind of a thing. So multiple
4 sections, you mean?
Yeah, 4 sections. So people can come into each one and do their work.
And there was some sort of hoarding on the top of it. So I wasn't sure which was the entrance and which was the exit.
There wasn't a real entrance or exit. It's just that they're all combined together. So a customer, if they're coming to the kiosk, they can choose to go into either one of the 4 kiosks, like either one of the 4 sections, so that we have multiple places where the customer can go to.
And what would attract them to come there? Was the floor arrows?
The floor arrows and the LED lights and the color of the kiosk itself was really vibrant with those with red and green. So that would have attracted them. We'd also put using the Skiply app has several advantages on each and every section of the kiosk, which would have told them the advantages and would have attracted them to make a transaction for their child's education.
And where would you ideally place this kiosk?
Typically at a school or at a mall or some kind of place where parents are attracted to go and pay their child's fees.
Okay, thank you.
Hey, thanks for that. A lot of effort and hard work gone in there. And you can see from the pictures of the making of the kiosk. So thanks for that. My question is more in terms of related to what Bonali asked earlier. But what were the other things other than, of course, the colors and the lights and everything? What were your thoughts on how to attract crowd to your kiosk?
To attract crowds to our kiosk.
So let's your kiosk is in a mall. There are 5 other kiosks, and they are bigger, better. What would you do to make sure that people come to your kiosk?
There would be a constant video playing on the screen, which would be like attracting customers also. So that would state the advantages of using the Skiply app and the RAKBANK kiosk itself. So another thing is that our thing is people of determination friendly. So people of determination have it difficult in society. So with our kiosk, we would make it easier for them to come to it. We had not mentioned this in the video, but we'll have one side of our screen a little lower for people in wheelchairs. We'll have bright lights and a big sign for people with bad eyesight. We have a speech function for people who might have blindness and written function on the screen for people who might not have good hearing.
Okay, thank you.
Actually, I'm curious about to know something about the size of the object, because it's characterized, you said, by 4 sides and the screen, and you mentioned right now that it's located also in a process position too. But what's the height of the whole thing and the base size?
So basically, the kiosk itself would be about 165 centimeters tall, and the kiosk would be about 60 centimeters wide. Yeah.
So a square of 60 centimeters.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you.
Hello. I was wondering, did you guys consider using kind of more of the kind of Skiply associated color, you know, the really sort of vibrant purple that they have as part of the branding? Did you consider using that a bit more? Was it a sort of, you know, a choice in terms of your project development to not use that?
The thing is that with the color, we went for a more vibrant color. Obviously, the Skiply color would have been ideal, but like we thought it would be more vibrant for people to see it from far. And RAKBANK also used red, so we tried to incorporate that into our thing. And apparently humans are attracted to red, so yeah.
Okay, thank you.
All righty, any last questions? Judges? All right. Cool. Thank you so much, team. Next up, we have Dubai Scholars Private School.
Greetings. After taking into consideration the feedback given and regular online meetings, we have carefully refined our idea and now believe it fulfills our clients' needs.
All colors in the 3D model aren't exact representations, as the software used does not enable all colors.
We also have an alternate innovative solution during these uncertain times can be shared upon request. Starting with our main attraction, the big pink tree that acts as a roof to our physical space. This was inspired by the idea of UAE's national tree.
Once people approach our physical space, they will be welcomed by a purple bunny mascot, which has been designed by us. They can then take pictures with the mascot and a unique photo frame. Pictures taken can further promote the app on various digital platforms. Additionally, visitors will be entertained by the captivating performance taking place where the performers will be dancing to a catchy song about the app, which will surely keep the audience engaged. Here's a preview of what it would sound like.
Skip the line every time. With the app Skiply, everything happens quickly.
Moving into the space, there will be a hologram counter where a staff member will guide them through the features of Skiply. It is imperative for any queries our customers have to be answered accurately. While people visit our physical space, they can enjoy sitting on beanbags, providing a relaxed experience. With this, they can simultaneously view the virtual holograms in front of them and familiarize themselves with the benefits and functions of Skiply.
There are also swings which cater to younger audience and is an amusing element to our area. QR codes on the tree bark that take customers directly to the Skiply app ready to scan for customer convenience. They will also receive rewards if the app is downloaded, highlighting another benefit of Skiply.
Now, here's why we believe our space has it all. Firstly, it's portable and can be installed in different locations. Even though the idea may be simple, it conveys the message to the audience. Moreover, it caters to all age groups and keeps them engaged as well due to the performance, catchy song, photo frame, and mascot. Additionally, the photo frame it also represents UAE's heritage and is an eco-friendly space. Since it is an open area, it makes customers feel more engaged and comfortable. Safety is our priority, and therefore we eliminated the idea of hanging swings and also added fencing. So, right from attracting people with our big tree, making them stay with our performance and catchy song, promoting the app through virtual holograms while they relax on beanbags and swings. These factors will definitely amuse the customers and make the experience one to remember, encouraging them to download the app.
Okay, Banali.
Yeah, firstly, I want to say congratulations. That was, very creative and thought through. You did think of a lot of little things. So congratulations to the team who's put this together. I think they did a great job and very detailed. A couple of questions. My screen is blank. Can you all see me? I can't see who I'm talking to.
Yes.
Okay. So a couple of questions I had was, while you said your space was portable, so the flooring and everything what was the thinking on what kind of sizes was that and where all could you take it? Because you had a tree and you had a garden. So was it totally an outdoor space that you were looking at, or what was the thinking on deciding on the space?
So the idea is that the space is open and therefore it makes customers feel more comfortable. Additionally, our space is flexible. So as in instead of the performance taking place inside the space, it can happen outside, therefore saving space, and it can be put into different measurements according to what the client wants. Things like the bean bags and swings can either be increased or decreased in size, and therefore it's flexible, and all elements can be easily moved from one place to the other, including the tree, which is detachable, and therefore it can be easily transported to a different location.
So what was the thinking? Explain the link of this park-like feel to the Skiply app. What was the connection? What were you trying to achieve? Because it looked like a really nice outdoor sitting, chilling out area. What was the connection with Skiply with it?
So our whole idea focused on some points. So it was basically innovation, engagement, attraction, safety, and convenience. So we wanted to include this in a space that would make customers feel comfortable as well as engaged, and obviously promote the app as well. And therefore, if you come to this space, whether it's indoor or outdoor, it's very attractive. And therefore, once the customers have been attracted, they would definitely be intrigued to know what's happening inside the space.
So inside the space, where were you promoting the Skiply app? or giving them reason to talk about that?
So in this space, our team tried to include, to promote the app in every way possible. So whether it was through the flash mob, which the mascot would be wearing a Skipley costume that had been designed by us, as recommended to do so. Additionally, the song that is being played is promoting Skipley as well. Then the virtual holograms that are displaying benefits about Skipley, and as well as the hologram counter where a staff member would be engaging with customers, as we believe that human interaction is imperative and essential. So the staff member would additionally be enforcing what they have seen in the hologram.
All right, thank you. Thank you.
Okay, yeah, great thinking, very creative. I especially I've become a fan of the mascot. Looks damn cute.
Yeah.
So I was just wondering, you know, the USP or the main benefit of Skipley is you can skip the queues. So while you have a great combination of engagement and activation and informative platforms or avenues, was there any thought in terms of, you know, how can within this space with all the other elements, was there any thought on how to bring the skipping the queue element in the experience?
Yes, definitely. So in our song, there's actually a line that says skip the line every time. And we decided to include a song because it's catchy, and therefore this is a feature of marketing. And if they have a catchy tune, it's obviously going to stick into our consumer's head, and therefore promoting the app.
Okay, thank you.
Okay. Oh, Razan?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, so no, the project is very interesting and very articulated. There are many things going on to activate the place. The one thing, or better, two things. The first one. So is it a concept for an indoor space, right?
Sorry?
Is it a concept for an indoor space?
So as mentioned before, the space is flexible and therefore it can be put indoors or outdoors.
Or outdoors. Okay, yes. Okay,
yeah.
Fantastic. Can we remove the fence?
Sorry?
Is it possible to remove the fence from the project?
Yeah, it's definitely possible. So elements can be added or removed.
That's it.
The fence was actually just to provide safety if it was in an indoor space, but obviously if it's outdoor, it can be added or removed as well.
No, actually, I think the opposite. If you provide that as an outdoor space, better. But if it's indoor, you need let's say to attract people from all the places, and instead of created barriers, no. Especially because the nature of the place that the space that you're designing, it's very informal in the sense that you have many things going on at the same time in different spots. So it's good to have a very porous edge, you know, that you don't have a barrier, but something that is attracting without.
Yeah.
But congratulations, nice concept.
You have time for the next question. Go ahead, Nuri.
Yeah, so I'm just curious about how the idea came about for the kind of song that you wrote to go with it, because I think that was a really nice and a very different way of thinking. So I just wondered who thought of that and what was the kind of thinking behind that?
So the idea came about with the mascot, the performance first. So because the performance was taking place, we thought that there would be a song to go with it. And we decided why not in the song as well promote Skipley, because our main focus was to promote Skipley, obviously, and we wanted to include that in every element of our space. And therefore we decided to come up with a song and just show a few lines to give a preview of what it would sound like.
Great, thank you for explaining that.
Thank you.
All righty, thank you. Next up, we have Mayur Private School.
Good morning, everyone. We are honored that you have given us the opportunity to present our ideas in front of you.
Our prototype has gone through many changes during our journey to figure out what is the perfect answer to the question, how can we best promote Skiply? I'm very glad to say that our final solution can show the numerous advantages of Skiply to students, parents and schools through a cost-effective and innovative way.
We have faced many problems on the way. First, we had too much space and then we had too little. Some of our ideas required more budget and resources than we could afford. But after receiving your very helpful feedback, which guided us through our mistakes and shortcomings, we made sure that we incorporated your suggestions into our final solution.
Our first attraction is a small galaxy-themed maze called the Space Maze. Along with an interactive journey around the universe, visitors will be able to play games and quizzes a few sections. For example, the charts will be inside the maze now. To make sure the visitors download the app before they leave, they will be required to download it to enter the Space Maze.
The other side we have the Playhouse. Your kids can solve a puzzle related to Skiply's logo or answer a word search or a crossword related to Skiply's advantage, such as reduces queuing, saves time, etc. We went for a more cost-effective idea rather than having a trampoline. I don't know how many times I've been out with my family and my grandparents always wanted a place to sit down.
And outside, we have two backgrounds where people can take pictures in front of them and post it to their social media with the tag #Skiply or #SkiplyShoot. This is a great way to increase publicity among teens and young adults and will also increase social media publicity.
We also merged the Skiply screen, which is a projection screen where customers can learn about the advantages and applications of Skiply, and the Innovation Hub, where students can submit their prototypes or projects for people to see. This will increase publicity between the target audience. Also to check out Skiply if there's
in the shape of Skiply's logo and all its functions and advantages. Like you suggest, this in place of an LED floor as it was cheaper. We also made sure to integrate Skiply into this, the Playhouse and the maze.
This is Tably. Here people can explore the world of Skiply through first-hand experience using tablets. So people can try out the app before downloading it.
In front of the entrance, we have a help desk where customers can inquire about Skiply and their attraction.
We would like to end our video by asking one question. Why should you select our solution?
We believe our project will really speak to students as they will get a platform to enjoy themselves and voice their talents in our promotion booth. The parents will also be able to understand the benefits of Skiply in a quick and clear way so they can bring it into their lives as soon as possible.
We believe our project is financially sustainable, feasible, and we've taken into consideration every single aspect of the feedback given to us. We have learned a lot from this experience and we hope
talented finalists and thank you for letting us present our prototype.
Alrighty, judges.
All right, thank you for that. This is Mayur School, right?
Correct.
Okay. I just want to understand what your thinking was, guys, because for your video, mostly I could see the top view of the space that you had designed. What was the thinking on why would people come into this room? What was the thinking on that? Can you just take me through that? It seemed like a closed room from all four sides. So you could only see the top view. So why were they coming into this place, and how were they getting attracted to come here?
we have basically three attractions for people to attract. First, we have the photo booth outside with in which people can enjoy, or they can take photos and hashtag, they can create the hashtag Skiply shoot or Skiply screen, okay, in Instagram, social media. So that is one mode of attraction. And then the colors we have used on the advertisement, it's actually not a booth, I could say. It's actually a room in which we have advertised Skiply. And the colors...
No, I know. I just saying that the videos just showed the room from a top view.
Yeah.
So I'm saying if people are walking around and your kiosk, where are you seeing it, and why are people going to go walk into the room? Because they, that's what I wanted to understand.
So outside we have a photo booth, right? So people can like come from outside when they're in a example in a mall or in like a school. So they can see the photo booth and they'll be wondering that what's going outside, like what's going inside the room because there's a photo booth. So there'll be like a crowd over there. And also on the other sides of the walls, we're gonna have like pictures of the Skipley logo and like the RAKBANK logo, so that they know that this is about like something like it's the RAKBANK is the one who's promoting this
All
thing
right.
also.
So if they once they come inside the room, then what happens?
Then if they have any questions, they can go to the help desk, and the staff at the help desk, they can tell them about the attractions. Also, in front of every attraction, example for the space maze, there's going to be like charts to tell them how to use it. And also we have like a screen, right? So that's going to display everything about Skipley. So so to reduce queuing, since Skipley is so much about reduced queuing, we're not going to have small screens, but we're going to have an entire giant screen so people can gather and see it instead of seeing it in turns.
Okay. So you're saying it's like there'll be a lot of people coming in at the same time and watching the screens at the same time. Is that what the vision is?
No, we actually have too many activities inside the room. Basically, we have the maze, we have the playhouse, we have the Skipley screen, we have the innovation hub as well. Actually, the innovation hub is one of the most. It can attract students and parents because we can let students give their prototype or their projects from school, so that it can increase publicity between parents, schools, and teachers. And that is one of the activities. And the second activity is a maze, as my colleague told. And the third activity is a playhouse where small children, like not actually teenage, like small between the age to up till 8 or 9, can solve crosswords or word puzzles related to Skipley.
Okay, thank you.
Thanks, guys. Thanks for that presentation. Okay, so just explain to me, please, what is your thought in terms of how are you getting people to download the app once they are inside? And my second question is, what is the role of that maze? Because there was a maze on the on your blueprint.
So that's mostly to attract the children, because once they'll see the maze, they'll go like they're going to ask their parents to come, because when you're in a mall, it's mostly the children who are persuading the parents to check out new ideas. So we're going to do that to attract the children. Also inside, they can play games and quizzes. And we wanted, sir, can you repeat your first question again?
Sorry, my question was, what was the role of the maze? And secondly, how are you getting people to actually download the app?
Yeah, so to enter the maze also, you have to download the app, and they're gonna check that you've downloaded the app. They're probably gonna be a QR code or something you can scan before entering the maze, or just showing that you download the app will be enough if you don't want to go through the hassle. And once you've downloaded the app, you can go through the maze.
And then one more thing, we have Tably, which is tablets where people can explore Skipley, the app, and then they can download it in their phone if they like the app. Basically, they will like the app, and then you need the app for the maze as well. It will act like a ticket to enter the maze.
So I'm sorry, just one more question on the maze. So what exactly is happening in the maze?
There is going to be screens. There are going to be screens inside the maze where you can, where children can either play games or, there's just going to be some information about the space. And to integrate Skipley into this, we've added charts, since it's going to be, cheaper than a screen. So we've added charts all about Skipley. So while the parents, if they're taking their children through that, the children can, enjoy the video or the fun games over there, while the parents who can read the information on the chart so that they learn more about Skipley.
Okay, so is this So it could have been anything else, right? It didn't necessarily have to be a maze. It could have been just open space or blocks.
Oh, it could have been, but since it's a maze, the children will be more interested because we took a survey actually to all our school. We went around classes from 3 to 10, and we asked them what would they like to, what would attract them into like a thing, into the booth. And a lot of people said that maze would be interesting, and I'm a child myself and I would also like to go through a maze, and it's gonna be fun. Even my sister, she's 10 years old, and she said that she would also like it. So we wanted the customers' voices to be heard in our project, because the customer is never wrong.
All right, well said. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
We have time for one more quick question if Mirko or Noureen, you have any questions. Otherwise, we'd have to move on.
Okay, maybe something quick. What are your thoughts about the possibility to move the installation or the booth from one place to another? How did you manage that?
Yeah, it is actually, I don't think we can, it is not like now a booth. I could say it's like a room. So I think we have to install the items which are in the room into the room which we're supposed to move it to. Like for example, the screens and...
You can
Yeah, you can go. Yeah, no, I'm done.
Most of the items are portable, since like you can remove the tables and you can move like the tablets and all the stuff, and just and even instead of having an actual screen for the thing, we're going to have a projection screen and a projector, because that's also very easy to move around, because you can just roll up the sheet and take the uninstall the projector and put it into a new room or in front of a school or a mall.
Okay, thank you.
All righty, thank you. Next up, we have Pristine Private School.
We're students of Pristine Private School, and we were challenged to design a physical space that promotes the Skiply app to schools, parents, and students. We came up with our idea by jotting down points on a whiteboard and brainstorming an interactive experience. We then sketched out our initial layout and modified our plan through video calls and came up with a plan for our final prototype.
Welcome to our interactive experience, designed to educate parents and students about the benefits of Skiply. As you enter, you first come to the school reception, where you can find our token machine. You need to enter your details into the machine, which then displays your name and token in the sitting area here, along with an individual countdown of 20 minutes that starts once you enter your details. We have a tutorial video explaining how to download Skiply onto your phone, and our friendly kangaroo mascots can help you out if you've got any trouble or questions downloading and using the app. If you finish making your payments under the 20 minutes, you are eligible for a raffle draw and can fill out raffle forms that our kangaroo mascots will carry around.
We decided that a kangaroo would be an appropriate mascot because during one of our brainstorming sessions, as we were trying out the stream of consciousness and word association method, we were associating Skiply with the verb skipping that eventually led to kangaroos. The idea of our experience is that if you had downloaded and used Skiply, you would have been able to finish your payments quicker than if you had proceeded with the traditional method at the accounts department here, as you would not have to wait for your turn until your token number gets called, the smaller token number than you. Hereby, you will essentially be skipping the queue and skipping the hassle. Parents are usually skeptical when using new technology, but as more and more people realize that people with later token numbers than them are finishing quicker due to their names being taken down from the TV screen, they will also want to try out the faster method.
Finally, we come to our presentation area, where we will educate people about the benefits of Skiply, such as free delivery of books and uniforms, and give out Skiply merchandise like t-shirts or kangaroo mascot plush toys to kids. The raffle draw will take place on the stage here, but because we don't want busy parents waiting, winners will be contacted via mobile. The winners may then receive a small discount off of school fees.
Overall, we hope that our physical space provides a feasible, efficient, and financially sustainable solution to encourage people
All right, judges, floor is all yours.
All right. Thank you, Team Christine. Did you have a name for the kangaroo?
That's a good question. So far, it's Skiply Kangaroo.
Skiply Kangaroo, it's not Baby Joey or anything.
Yeah.
Like the all the colors. I just want to understand what your thinking was on going, when they're entering your space. There was a lot of stuff going on. There was a stage and there was a waiting area, and what was the third area? So can you take me through when they come in? What are they expected to do? Just take me through the flow of the kiosk.
Okay, sure. So first we're going to come to our reception area, which is basically, you know, just a regular reception area in like a school. And then we're going to have our token machine. So the parents are going to have to enter their details, like their name, and they're going to get a token. So basically, they're going to have to wait for their turn, right, to like pay for books and uniforms and school fees. But you can also use you can use Skiply. So if the parents are going to download Skiply, which is our next area, like the waiting area, we have a video that's going to be shown. That's how to download Skiply, how to use Skiply, and the mascots can help as well. So basically, if you're going to download Skiply, you get to skip the queue. As in, if you have like a later token number than someone, then you're going to finish quicker than them. So
what you're trying to say is that you're going to get them to experience the waiting and then give them a solution at that point of time to say, hey, you don't have to go through this physical wait.
No. They don't have to wait at first. They don't have to wait. First, when they get their token, they're going to go to the sitting area, and then they're going to be introduced to Skiply. So they can either make the decision to, you know, download Skiply right then and there onto their phones and use it, or because parents aren't really, you know, they're not familiar with technology and they're very old-fashioned. So if they want to use the traditional method of paying, they can do that as well, but it's going to take more time. But as they realize that more and more parents are finishing their jobs quicker because their names are going to be taken down from the TV, right? So they're going to want to try out the faster method, which is using Skiply. So
that's what I'm saying. So you're going to make them wait there at that section while they're waiting, so that then the idea that you can download Skiply and skip the queue resonates much better.
Yeah, much better. Yeah. But we're going to show them the video at first. So,
okay.
Yeah.
And the video won't be played as soon as a specific group of people come in. It would be a repeat video. So we don't have to wait until a certain number of parents come in. Because we have a busy schedule, right? So we want to think about that as well.
Yeah, because the problem with our previous prototype, we actually had a game. It's similar to this, but then it wasn't an individual countdown timer where each person gets 20 minutes to walk through make their payments. In our previous game, people had to actually wait for like a certain amount of people to gather. But in this, it's an individual game. So everyone has an individual countdown of 20 minutes to make their payments. And if they do, they are eligible for a raffle draw. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Thank you.
Because we realized that parents would usually be busy and not willing to wait. Yeah.
All right. Thank you. That was good.
Okay. So ladies, great job. I think I would especially like to compliment for the transition or the evolution of the idea from the queues where people have to wait, where it is now. It's brilliant. I think very well thought through. So going back to the kangaroo, The favorite part. So what's the role of the kangaroo you see in the whole experience?
Kangaroos are basically, okay, so they have specific forms with them, raffle forms. If a parent completes their payments before 20 minutes of their given time, they're eligible for one of the raffle forms. So the kangaroos, they will carry around the raffle forms. Also, if any parent has any technical difficulties, the kangaroo can also help them out.
Yeah, they can help to navigate the app, how to download the app and use it. So yeah.
And also in a very student perspective, lots of students will also like to be associated with kangaroos, you know, selfies and promote the app even further.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we were also thinking that maybe we could get students from the school involved to volunteer as these kangaroos, because that would also give them like a volunteering experience. And
exactly, because most students would like to add this to their portfolio when they're building one. So volunteering adds to their portfolio. So this could be a great opportunity for them as well.
Yeah, so if students would like to, they can volunteer to be our mascots at schools. Yeah.
Brilliant. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
Mirko, Noreen, any more questions? All righty.
It was clear, and I love the kangaroo too. So
I'm glad. We definitely took back the feedback.
Yeah, we took your feedback.
No more waiting. Definitely stuck to the feedback. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All righty. Thank you so much. Next up, we have DIDI Gem Private School.
The Skiplings return once again with a refined proposal consisting of improved activities and a revised customer experience. At first glance, the most glaring amendment is the futuristic and aesthetic yet inexpensive open-air design. We've made such a considerable change since our previous model was inefficient in terms of managing extraordinary outdated, all this negated by the contemporary Skipley-like vibe being emitted. After researching more about existing successful methods of advertising, we have decided to introduce a mascot. Our brand mascot will go around the chosen venue promoting the brand and would invite people over to the stall to take a closer look at what we have in store for them. When the customer approaches the stall, the employee will direct them to entering their contact details. This will help append to Skipley's customer database and will help identify the target market. This will also help to make resource allocation for the advertising more efficient. Subsequently, customers could access a short introductory video upon scanning the QR code displayed on the desk. This short video gives a general idea about Skipley and the problem Skipley is solving. This helps to streamline the customer experience. Customers a chance to experience the exciting games and activities. Our primary activity is called the Skip Dance, which is a 3x3 pad with letters on each square. Customers would have to follow the clues shown on the TV screen in front, and they would have to land on each letter to make up a word, which is nothing other than a Skipley feature or benefit. This engaging activity enables customers to learn about Skipley in a fun and interactive manner and simultaneously makes it a short physical and mental exercise. Our secondary activity, the Skipley Word Hunt, involves customers to hunt down clues in a book. They're given a starting clue and page number. Once all clues are found on different pages, the respective page numbers could be converted into words using the conversion chart displayed. These words, when combined, form sentences, and these sentences convey features and information about Skipley. This interesting activity is intended to control overcrowding as customers get parts This is quick, efficient, cost-effective as more customers can be handled by employees at once. If customers succeed in either of the activities, they will receive raffle coupons as a reward. The winner from the raffle draw would receive an attractive, economical, yet memorable reward. Finally, the customers will leave the stall with an indelible experience and can give their feedback, which could further be used to improve customer experience and make it top-notch. Similar to the way we believe we have made our proposal top-notch. Thank you.
Okay, judges.
Congratulations, Skiplings. I like the presentation. Yeah, that was cute. Just take me through. I like the color, the use of the color, the floor, and the spacing that you've done. Just take me through the journey on where do you envisage putting this kiosk, and is it portable, and what kind of size are you looking at?
Okay, so first of all, I would like to thank DIDI for this great opportunity to help us showcase our talent. Now, for your question, our venue is our physical space will be, shown into school exhibitions, school conventions, and places where parents, teachers, and students meet. So this helps to create like the atmosphere for everyone, like it's a team building activity, and helps to make it a better interactivity and fun. Secondly, Alban will continue on the second part of our question.
Yeah, hello. We chose school conventions and expos as our main site of a venue because we kept thinking about what was the point of advertising Skiply in places such as malls, etc., where parents would be in large numbers, if Skiply wasn't implemented in those schools in the first place. So we wanted to be able to acquire the schools and hence the school exhibitions. Our physical space also has as much of portability as such a physical space can have. The walls are collapsible, and we have used detachable places. We have used detachable spots in places where it's possible, such as the beams you see on the roofing. And so yeah.
In addition, the stall can be placed in malls after all the schools, after majority of schools have been adopting Skiply. This helps to attract the existing parents and increase customer loyalty.
Based on our brief given to us.
Yeah.
Okay. And you also had a mascot. What is your mascot called, and what was the purpose of your mascot?
So our mascot was called the Skipling, and the name was actually because Skipling, the suffix ling helps it to show like it's a part of Skiply, and like it's a section of Skiply. It's a major part of Skiply. Actually, it helps attract a lot of customers, a lot of clients, because when there's a mascot, everyone looks at it. Students, teachers, parents, children, everybody looks at it, and that helps it to bring like a gateway to our stall. It's like a path for them. That's how our mascot helps bring traffic towards the stall, and then they can look at what's in store for them.
Moreover, moreover, we have maintained our eye candy color combination, the pink and white color scheme, so it can reinforce that same image again and again.
Exactly.
Yes. And you had a floor game also. There was some game like a Scrabble or something. Can you take me through that? What? Skip dance. So was it movable? I mean, does music start playing every time you jump on the numbers, or how does that work?
Okay, yeah. So Alban?
So one of the feedbacks that we got from our previous session was that we should just try and play around with our ideas and just make it more fun in general. And that's what we tried to do and try to achieve with the skip dance. So basically the LED TV in front of you there would show a simple image or something, which would be nothing but a Skiply feature. And participants would just have to guess that by spelling out the word using the tile. And
for example, a padlock would spell secure.
Exactly. And not just that, like whenever our brief told us, make it a hypothetical situation. So what we usually think of is when even we have our school carnivals and all, we see teachers and parents in their mind, it's like, let's have some kind of exercise. Let's have some kind of fun. Let's move, they want to move. It wants to be physical. after research, we also found out that exercise helps keep something in your mind, or like, store something in your mind for a long period of time. This helps increase, number one, awareness about Skiply, makes it spread through word of mouth, which is a very good way. And the skip dance, the main feature of it. So these days, as all of us know, TikTok is very famous. It's basically where dances are posted and things as such. So our idea was, it's like the skip dance when posted on TikTok. It's like a really good source of viral marketing. And all this helps to our physical space already gives a lot of information, and this helps to advertise the activity beyond the physical space, which is what we believe is also a major part alongside our physical space.
Yeah, and in addition to that, the virtual social media applications, they can be utilized to market our proposal and our app.
Indeed, exactly.
Yeah. Thank you for that.
Yeah,
Good
no
job.
Good stuff, guys. Thank you very much for that. By the way, who's the voiceover artist?
Me.
Ravi Tehan. Good stuff. You must pursue that. Okay, just one question on, you have the mascot.
Yes.
Let's say you're setting up this stall in an exhibition education fair at World Trade Center.
Yeah.
How would you leverage the mascot? So think about it at all levels of creating awareness, engagement, and then leading up to the download.
Okay. To be honest, let me start off with that. Our whole idea, we've mainly based it on keeping World Trade Center in our mind. So this question just directly helps us over there. So number one, we contacted World Trade Center about before initially with our initial model. And we had, tried to find out the ways people advertise and, the sizing, how do, even like we've had another exhibition called the WetX, and we've seen that our previous model was traditional, like a box, like, I feel like, the box doesn't give that vibe, doesn't emit that attractivity or interactivity. You should have something open air, aesthetic, futuristic, modern, but yet inexpensive. And one more major thing is that we believe that we're supposed to use the floor really well, which led to our skip dance. Now to the mascot. Our mascot, we plan on, number one, the mascot will be having a tablet, and this tablet will contain all information about Skiply. Now, of course, we won't give them all the details about Skiply at that point when the mascot is away from the stall. Because if you tell everyone, the information about the stall at one point or at one time, it'll take them away off it. They won't feel like, coming. So we'll give them like a brief. Okay, so how about, do you like word hunting? Do you like, and if there's teachers or parents, do you like reading? If it's students, do you like solving? If it's, well, in fact, in general, we talk about the activities. And our activities is what makes us unique than any other stall or all our competitors in this, in our project design space. Ram, would you like to add on?
So I also believe that, okay, so suppose our activity is a better way to convey the benefits of Skiply. For instance, okay, suppose if a salesman is just talking about the benefits of the app, the person won't be able to comprehend all the information in it. But if it was the activities, like while playing the activities, it will be a memorable experience from them, and they'll be able to remember each and every single point and benefits of the app. So it's better for Skiply and RAKBANK.
Also, the mascot, we chose a bear because a bear is such an animal which appeals to all ages and all sizes. So parents, teachers, students, it would have a nice, fun, warm kind of face that we want to put on the brand Skiply, that we do appeal to everyone. And so the mascot could just go around and be a friendly face calling out participants or people attending the event to come visit our physical space.
Not just that, I'd also like to add on, a mascot is actually one of the most successful existing method of advertising. We've researched about it, and we found out that a mascot actually helps bring the attention to the stall the most. You've seen maybe whenever we go to different places, Dubai Mall, you'll see people moving around with the mascot. We'll see companies with the mascots. And you know, mascot is an alternative to, let's say, a robot or other technologies, because those are very expensive. Now we have to create a balance between both technology and costs. Otherwise, you know, it's not the possible.
Yeah, I think that's enough for this question.
Exactly.
All right, guys, we've ran out of your time, so we can't take any more questions. We have to move on to the next group. Next up, we have St. Mary's Catholic High School.
DIDI Project Design Space runs a booth that is intended to promote the use of the Skiply app. Being constructed primarily of balsa wood, it weighs about 30 kilograms. In addition, it has a compact design as shown in these figures. Here's the front elevation, the side from which the booth would be accessed. This is the plan showing the dimensions of the booth from above. This is the side elevation, and lastly, these are the dimensions of the platform, the heart of our interactive design. To the left is how a booth would look when it is completely open, while on the right it is only halfway open. This time, the left side shows how a booth can be accessed from both sides if the panels are secured to the top, and on the right is how it would look if it were completely closed.
Here are some examples of where a booth could be set up. We have taken into careful consideration the space requirements of our design, making our model unobtrusive and compact enough to fit in any school. At the same time, our model is to be placed and painted such that it features prominently, and we would expect it to be placed near the reception or admin, being close to where most parents will go to pay fees and meet with school staff.
Being 123 centimeters high, the touchscreen will be comfortable to use for the average user. Additionally, the booth is tall enough at about 2 meters high to not inconvenience the user, and maintains the correct dimensions to fit almost anywhere in a school. Hence, it'll draw the attention of parents, yet not obstruct daily school activities.
As the parent approaches our booth, they will notice its various features, starting with the slogan, "Skip the hassle." To the right of the user will be a scannable QR code to download Skiply and some brochures promoting the app. Our touchscreen will present the various benefits of choosing Skiply to pay, with a sign-up screen at the end, as well as a walkthrough of the quick and easy payment process as follows.
Here's how to use the app. Quickly sign in with fingerprint authentication. Enter and store your card details securely for future use. This only needs to be done once. Select your child, category, payment. It's that simple. Get amazing offers on a variety of products by choosing Skiply to pay.
So it can run constantly with almost no running costs. It also provides an interactive experience for parents, showing them the various features of the app, as well as the advantages of using Skiply over traditional forms of payment such as cash.
We find the model to be very effective because of its unique, attractive, and foldable design. So not only is it attractive to parents and other passers-by, but it is compact and easy to store. In addition, the design is affordable and feasible, as it is made from durable and easily available materials, suiting the needs of RAKBANK.
Reasonable design cost, flexibility, easy setup, and most importantly, an interactive experience for users.
All right, judges.
Thank you, boys at St. Mary's. So yours seem like a really practical solution. Did I understand correctly that you expected to put this booth next to the payment section in the schools? Is that where your location was?
Yes.
So right next to the payment window is where you wanted to display it when people are actually paying? Yeah,
ideally, like when parents come to pay fees near the receptions, things like that.
Then they see the idea. So you catch them there.
And it is so that they don't have to wait while they are for the paying of fees. They have something to do instead of waiting to pay fees, and they can find out about a new method in the same way.
No, but the space is so you only reach the space when your turn comes to pay.
No,
Not like that.
Actually, in our school, it's like there's the doors obviously, and then you enter, get to the reception. So this is like before that. So they'd come across it and it's attractive.
Oh, so it's not next to the payment window. It's a separate space.
Yes. It's not
Okay,
literally like next to it, but near it.
Okay. And so you've attracted the parents. What about the children? Was there any thinking for what the students? Why would they come around there, and would there be any engagement for them?
Daniel?
Yeah, we were also considering for the students, like that's why we made it painted in such a way so that they're attracted, they wish to find out more. There's brochures on the side, so they can perhaps take one and show their parents at home, or even they may see the benefits on the touchscreen. I mean, obviously they may not understand the details of the whole payment process as we showed in the video, but they can still understand the benefits and show their brochures to their parents. And especially since our booth is meant to be placed like at the start of school terms when parents would come to pay fees. So mostly it's targeted for parents, but if students pass by, they may also find something interesting which they can
and
show
I'll
to
just
their
add on to that. Since we've looked at its height as well, we've made sure that it's not like it's something where a slightly younger group couldn't access or something like that, because it's 123 centimeters up from the ground, the platform. So it's like the students would be able to access it. Obviously not really young kids, because they wouldn't actually know how to use it. And yeah, the main purpose is to let students, if they access it, to let their parents know about it so they can sign up, or parents directly when they come to pay the school fees, they come across it.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks, guys. I think so. You shot it in your school.
Not just our school. We visited a few schools actually, but then that was mainly our first video. So for this video, we just showed some of the examples of spaces. It included Cambridge International School as well. So we just wanted to show how different schools have, like, they all have something in common where, like, this kind of model can fit near their school receptions.
No, I think it's a very good insight that you built on. Did you have any thoughts in terms of how to attract people to come to the booth, because your booth is rightly placed? It's probably the best position for it to be in and very relevant. But people don't necessarily interact unless there is something for them in terms of either an incentive or a story or something else.
Yeah, so I'm not sure if the video and audio was too synced for y'all also, but basically on this touch screen will be the video of that the parents would see, or the students when they view the touch screen. And also at the back you saw that we have the slogan "Skip the Hassle." That's like quite prominent with the red background, again in the colors of the Skipley. And yeah, because we have the touch screen showing the presentation, the benefits, as well as the video of the walkthrough of the quick and easy payment process and brochures there, it promotes it in like different ways.
And we also thought of it like when parents come to pay fees, they are probably used to standing in lines, yeah? So instead of having to stand in the line this time, they will see something new instead of what they are always used to seeing, which is a long queue for payment. And then when they go to check it out, because they'd rather see that than wait in a queue, they will find out about Skipley, which lets them pay hassle-free in the convenience of their own homes. And they will see why it's so beneficial for them, because they are experiencing the what the app is trying to solve.
Thank you.
Okay, we have time for one more question.
Yeah, great concept, guys. I'm really interested about this flexible object that you conceived. But what do you think about the treatment of the exterior especially when it's closed? Or I mean, you think that it's going to be open every time, but my question then is, so you need to close it only when you have to move it, or there are other, let's say, ways to use this potential of the transformability of the object itself?
Yeah, the thing is,
so it would mostly be closed, because it's only at the start of the school terms that we would be expecting the parents to pay their fees. So at other times of the year it would be closed. And this is also beneficial because it reduces the technical issues. Like if it's not being used 24/7, it's more financially sustainable. There's less technical issues that could arise with the touch screen and things like that. So
Great, you were going to say something?
Yeah, so it would be placed. We could have a number of different models, like maybe 2 or 3 stored at different places in the school where the fees would be paid, and since it's like vibrant and colors, it would attract parents.
Yeah.
And after the fees is paid, after the particular period of time, it's more feasible to we have a closing design that can be closed and stored in places for it to be used later on when we have to pay fees again.
And because it's also, as he said, can be closed and we've included wheels on it, that means that it can easily be moved around, you know. So it's not like it's fixed in one position and not too heavy either. So if there are adjustments that need to be made, like they decide to, let's say, have it in a slightly different location, that it won't be much finished for the school either.
So we've kept financial, like the costs and the portability as our main.
Sure, it's clear.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you, St. Mary's Catholic High School. So all the teams have presented now. So our judges will go to deliberate and pick our winners. For all of you here on the meeting, on the session, please stay. It will be 20 minutes until our judges come back. In the meantime, you can go grab a drink, relax a little bit, shake off those nerves. And we're also, the DIDI team is here to answer any questions you have in the meantime. So hold on tight and we'll see you very soon.
Yep, thank you so much.
Thank you. You can also type your questions in the chat if you're shy.
No great thing, no beautiful invention happened just like that. It happens when we leave our comfort zone and embrace change, creativity, and out of the ordinary. We live in interesting times. We live in a world that's constantly asking questions, that's constantly changing. In a world where blockchain and robots will be the norm, where 85% of tomorrow's jobs don't exist yet, where being multi-skilled is not just celebrated, but essential. At Dubai Institute of Design and Innovation, we believe that we need to prepare you for the future, to teach you skills that will power your tomorrow. That matters more than ever. But how can design help, you may ask? We combine disciplines so you become well-rounded. From product design, multimedia design, fashion design, strategic design management, it's where you will learn how to merge different design disciplines. Presenting a 4-year Bachelor of Design degree in collaboration with MIT and Parsons' new School of Design. DIDI, not just another design university.
الشيء اللي ألهمني هو الشيخ محمد، لأنه هو قالنا نفكر برا صندوق ونكون مبدعين. I want to be an architect and I want to innovate. حلمي إني أصير مهندسة طاقة نووية وأبتكر مشاريع بسيطة تقدر تحقق للمجتمع بأسلوب مبتكر.
I want to help make the world a better place for the future.
أنا أبني اسم لنفسي وأترك بصمة في كل التصاميم اللي أسويها وأبني برج.
What is design? I would say that design is about the improvement of the interface between individuals and their environment, from the improvement of what we wear, to the improvement of the utensils we use, to the improvement of environments that we inhabit.
Well, I think design, when it's done well, inspires people to think differently about what's possible. It also helps, in a lot of ways, to validate the cultural and historical integrity in a region.
The way we think about design, which has to change constantly because we as human beings are changing. The media and the technologies that connect us to the environment around us are changing, and the environment itself is changing.
We are in the process right now, globally, of redesigning everything. This is our time.
جامعة دبي للتصميم والابتكار رح تكون معنية بشكل أساسي بتطوير المواهب المحلية الموجودة في الإمارات العربية المتحدة وفي دبي بالأخص وفي العالم العربي بشكل أشمل. نحن نعتبر أنه بحاجة لهالمواهب اللي عندها شغف إلى حد ما بمجال التصميم تقدر ونقدر نأسس لجيل عربي وإماراتي واعد في هذا المجال يقدر يحتل مكانته في السوق العالمي للتصميم.
It's really such a perfect opportunity to create something from the ground and that is really going to shape an offering for the MENA region.
The curriculum's unique because it mixes design with research, and it looks at design from a very broad perspective, but gives you the fundamental tools to really push that discipline forward. Really integrating a research mindset with a design mindset, I think, is a whole new lens that we haven't seen.
If you fix a curriculum too quickly and too rigidly, the world around you is changing faster than your curriculum. Why this program of the design school is strategically flexible in order to adapt to the changes in the technologies and approaches in design.
And that's why a curriculum that takes into account the humanities, the social sciences, science, design, all of those things together, that's a very complex thing to teach. And that's why it has to constantly evolve, because those problems aren't solved. They change shape, they change form, and we make the world better step by step through design.
الجامعة حتكون مركز لتعليم التصميم من ناحية نظرية ومن ناحية فلسفية وفكرية، كيفية تفكير استراتيجي من ناحية التصميم، كيفية تحويل التصميم إلى بزنس، إلى عمل مربح ومجدي.
DI is extremely necessary in our region and is going to be the beginning of something big. Had I had some opportunity like this at the time, excelled even more or on a faster pace.
Traditionally, design is taught in design schools, and they're very creatively focused, but that separates them from technology and that separates them from science or engineering. And I think we have an opportunity to bring those two worlds together and really invent the future of many disciplines through design.
Dubai prides itself as being the place of the future, where ideas can be tested and implemented much faster and with less friction than other places.
It is that spark, it is that moment where you bring together, a number of forces that actually then allow for innovation to emerge.
Having a design and creative vision catapults individuals, and this institute is really going to position Dubai globally as a design leader.
سقف الابتكار بدأ يرتفع أكثر في دبي، وبدأ في قناعات كثيرة أن تقول أن دبي تقود الابتكار والتصميم وتصدرها إلى العالم بشكل مختلف ومبتكر وأكثر نوعية.
To be taken seriously as design houses, only the people who we could hire to actually elevate our work and push the level of production forward.
I believe it's a historical moment to start focusing on high-class design education from this part of the world.
Integrating design in such a critical way is a really perfect juncture, I think, for what is happening globally. And I think it will really put Dubai on the map in a very, very specific way. Exhilarating for the region.
I have a question.
Yes, go ahead.
What will be the next step for the winning team?
So once the judges are back, we will announce who the winners are, and we'll also announce what the prize is for the winners. So you'll hear about that once the judges are back.
Thank you.
Yeah, they should be back within the next 5 minutes. So stay tuned. All right, is everyone still here? Can I see some yeses?
Yes, we all here.
Yes.
Cool.
Yes.
All right. Make you wait a little bit longer. We're going to show you a DIDI video, and then we'll wait for our judges while we play that video, and then we'll go ahead and announce who won. All righty, video time.
No great thing, no beautiful invention happened just like that. It happens when we leave our comfort zone and embrace change, creativity, and out of the ordinary. We live in interesting times. That's constantly asking questions, that's constantly changing. In a world where blockchain and robots will be the norm, where 85% of tomorrow's jobs don't exist yet, where being multi-skilled is not just celebrated, but essential. At Dubai Institute of Design and Innovation, we believe that we need to prepare you for the future, to teach you skills that will power your tomorrow. Today, design matters more than ever. But how can design help, you may ask? We combine disciplines so you become well-rounded. From product design, multimedia design, fashion design, strategic design management, it's where you will learn how to merge different design disciplines. Presenting a 4-year Bachelor of Design degree in collaboration with DIDI, not just another design university.
Alrighty, cool. So, in case you don't know, there's gonna be 2 winners, one from the middle school group and one from the high school group. Everyone did awesomely, like the presentations were really, really good. And I wanna congratulate everyone for participating. And you know, winning and losing pitches are all part of being a designer. And sometimes great solutions are often passed over, but you can never know the exact decision making of a client. So it all depends on the client you're pitching to. And whether your team wins or loses, it's important to reflect on how well your team prepared, how well your team interpreted the brief, how you would work differently to improve for next time. And you know, winning or losing, learning and improving is what designers do, right? And we look forward to, you know, see more designs from you guys as you grow, as you become more and more professional designers, whether you pursue this as a university career or for those of you who are younger, if you come back for another project design space. Yeah, so before we announce, I just want to let you know that it was a very tough decision for everyone. Projects were really, really good, and the judges spent a long time deliberating, which is why there was a bit of delay for them to come, but eventually they picked your winners. So from everyone that's here, can I get a drum roll? Can we get this happening? Can we get like clapping and some cheering to get drum roll happening?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah. 1, 2, 3. Okay. So from the middle school group, the winners are the Institute of Applied Technology at Ain. Great job, girls. They were the ones who talked about the...
Great job, girls.
Alrighty, and then from the high school group, we have, again, drum roll, Dubai Scholars Private Academy.
Was that Dubai Scholars Private School?
Wow!
So for all of you winners, I want you to stick back. We're gonna do sort of like a picture Zoom screen capture situation. So if you're a winner, please stay. And you know, for everyone else, thank you again so much for participating. We really, really, really loved having you here, especially with the whole current situation and moving everything online. It was an unprecedented challenge, and you guys worked beautifully. And thank you for the teachers for all your support. Thank you for your families. Thank you again to our judges for being here and giving us so much of your time. And yeah, we hope to see you in our next season. And again, if you have any questions at all, you can reach out to us, whether through our website, didi.ac.ae, or through our email, which is info@didi.ae. Alrighty. So can I ask for the winning teams to stay? Maybe turn on your camera so we know who you are. And the judges, please stay as well. And everyone else, have a lovely afternoon. And if you have any quick questions right now, maybe we can answer them. Otherwise, thank you so much.
Yeah. Wow. I actually can't believe it. I'm like, it's sinking in. Sinking in.
So beautiful. Wow. Excellent.
Alrighty.
Yeah.
Oh, and to announce the prizes, I forgot this part. You winners will all get a trophy, and each member of the winning team will be receiving 300 dirham, sort of like a voucher that you can spend anywhere. And all of these will be delivered to your teacher, and you can get them that way. So get in contact with your teacher afterwards, and they'll let you know how to get them.
Great job, guys.
Really, congratulations. Really well done. It was girl power all the way.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Congratulations.
Thank you so much.
Really beautiful.
Aisha, are you here?
Yes. Do you want to start?
Everyone is there? Yes. Iman is there? Yes, the entire team is here.
Okay. Chris or Aisha, how do you want to do this?
Aisha, lead us in this.
Yes. So, congratulations everyone for first of all. We would like to take a screenshot of our screen with everyone in it. So if I ask everyone to turn their camera on, this would go on social media, DIDI social media, and if RAKBANK would take it as well. So I'll be taking the screenshot in a couple of minutes when I see everyone is ready.
Okay, my glasses are off.
Beautiful, just a beautiful moment.
So you say get set go, yes? Say cheese.
Teachers from both schools, make sure all your students are here.
Yes, yes, all our students are here. That's the first thing I did. First thing I did is I checked out for all my kids were there.
And yes, also we are all here.
Amna, can I ask you to turn your camera on? Amna Niyadi.
Okay.
Okay, I'll be taking a screenshot, okay?
Do a countdown, Asha.
Yalla. 3, 2, 1. And I'll be taking another screenshot because half of you is on the other screen. Yeah. So if I can ask, oh, everyone is here. Okay. 3, 2, 1, and action. Okay. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you so much.
All right.
Thank you, everyone. Congratulations to the winners again. Great job, guys. Great job. Really proud of you all. You should be so proud.
Thank you for all the participants as well. You guys were awesome.
Really awesome.
Thank you for the opportunity for the girls and everything. Thank you.